Good morning. I'm good.
Yeah. So let me know once you are able to see the notepad.
Yeah, I'm able to see now.
So we will have a very quick review of the earlier sessions topics before we proceed with today's session.
Yeah.
So if you are able to see the screen, so we have seen about the business event, how about the requirement class, we have seen about the checking rule, that is for the business event, how can we maintain the Z checking business events if required for our business process. We have seen about the check instruction, which is the combination of check mode and business event, and combination of all basic methods, and neutralizing the basic methods. How are we able to use the MAD? How is been influenced by the if you are having the combination of all these basic methods, and how it is going to have the influence of this with the different options which we have. We have also seen about the priority check, the time series, pegging relationships, and both, and routing profile, right?
Yeah, Arvind. And I have a query regarding the point number 4. Neutralize the
MAD.
yes MAD rest of the ETP method. Actually,
Yeah.
if you go in the SAP and open the F1 help, this the actually the way you explain me the logic you explained me, it looks like that is uh, something different in there. So I was confused. So I thought like if you just explain me the F1 help, so that would help me.
F1 help for you. Okay, sure.
And second, the pegging relation, the in the product availability check in the pegging relation.
Priority check using the pegging relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you have set the indicator, the results of corresponding basic method has no effect on the final result. So that means the final result which we have come. So I said you right. So like basically, if you are using this three, so we expect three different types of dates, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to ensure that this basic method which is there is not going to affect the overall final result, then you have to check mark this. So if you want to give the relevant three dates on which you will on which basis you want to confirm, so you need not check mark this. But if you are fine with that only one single date which the system has to generate for a particular given requirement, then you have to check this. Hope you got me. So let me just make you go through with the F1 help of another one. Even it should be the same. If you have set this indicator, the result of the corresponding basic method has no effect on the final result. So what is my final result? So I would be seeking for the more reliable MAD, right?
Yes.
So what would be my reliable MAD if I really have stock enough where I can confirm my customer's order? So I can really go for product check, am I right? Because I really have a reliable stock with me and I can confirm him within a very short period of time. But speaking about the product allocation, where actually I don't go with the same fashion, where I have to ensure that I have to also consider some specifications like maybe my customer's priority, something as such. So not in the same fashion of first in, first out. In those scenarios, I expect there would be some other MAD which is going to come because I really don't have the I say right, like in the product location is a specific place where we go for it when you have a constant supply, or when you say like this is a higher in the demand and the lower in the supply. So in the
Yeah.
scenarios you expect the MAD will not be the same as how the product check would give you, right?
Yes.
So in this fashion, so when we expect there are multiple MADs which are gonna come for a single same raised demand, so then which one has to be confirmed? So I have said you about in this we speak that is the reason why if you see for product check, only for product check you are able to see these three types of PAC, that is product availability check, which we have only on time series or only on fixed pegging relationship or fixed pegging relationship then the time series. But for the rest of them, you basically don't have these procedures. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they are really not because product allocation already has some. I said you about the concept like temporary quantity assignment, which is already been assigned by the system for that, and according to the order which has come, it is ensuring that what is the stock which is available in it. So they have their own methodology of how to implement. Whether if you see even for forecast already has been released by, let us say the forecast was already been released, where system is now aware that okay, this is my forecast and this is the amount I have to produce for my like maybe for the month, or if you see about the S&OP statistical forecast, it will be for a month. But if you see for an overall forecast of a complete company, it will be for 1 year or it can be for 5 years, something as how the frequently the material is being purchased and what may be different other factors which will influence the forecast values also. So in those segments, they have their own defined way how they are going to work. But if only for product check, why are we going for this specific type of product availability check is because you may go for only time series check, or I have said you about what is the fixed pegging relationships, right? Hope you remember.
No, fixed pegging, like, no, means you told me, but that's why I said, like, just explain me again. The fixed time series I know, but fixed pegging relationship, if you can explain.
Yes. So when I say a pegging relationship, so when I say a pegging relationship, you have a demand. For this demand, you have to ensure that let me say so now let us consider a very small example where you are actually using the product availability the product availability check or product check. So you take the example of a car, so you are really not bothered about the time which has been generated, but the main important concern point for you is, do you really have all its sub-assemblies ready for it to be assembled or not? So if you remember this example, I have said you like car with an AC something as or the car with a carrier. So the carrier really has to be ensured that whether it is been given with a particular period of time or not. So when I say fixed pegging relationships with what is the pegging relationship means is like, does the whole tree of product whether it is available or not, it has been made as a concern point. So maybe car is there with me, but I still have to look up for the carrier and all. So in my pegging relationship, I would be ensuring that yes, this particular materials, all respected parts are available or not. So let me just make you go through F1 help for this even. Maybe that will give you a much more deeper idea. We have discussed about it, but maybe it will be like reinforcing about those things which I have discussed. But I hope now you are able to understand about these three different segments which we have, which like neutralizing of this specific basic methods, how it is going to influence the overall MAD?
Let me tell you, and just correct me if I'm wrong. So there are three, like product check, product allocation, and the forecast. So if I first check over the product check, ATP check, and checkbox the first neutralization, means then there's no need to check this checkbox, because this is a first check and I'm not checking any other check. So
Yes,
either
exactly.
I check. Okay.
So I'm saying in a scenario only where you have to go with three basic methods, because the combination of two methods may also be there, because the combination of three methods also be there, but only single method still may also be used. So if you have only single method, so obviously you do not check mark this, because you are expecting the system to go with the product availability check, and we are expecting the MAD which is going to come should be given to the system, right? At the end of the day, you have to give some MAD, right? So obviously you will not do it if you, when you, especially when you are going with a single basic method. Okay, so when are we going to have this significantly useful is when we basically have the combination of three and we are expecting only one single day. So if you consider the example of this all basic methods and BOP, so might be there's a concept of backorder processing which we will be discussing. So what happens is like not about only about the date, at the same time is the customer prioritized or not. So there are different concepts like filtering options or something as such, where you will significantly ensure the customer that not only this day, but you may also have some tentative other day which may come. So let me say like Jalaj, if you have two customers, like one is A, who is a very regular customer of you and who can really bear with this, what we say, the delay in the orders fulfillment, something as such, where you can give him some additional option also, where because you expect some seasonal surge in the market, like which will expect you to be go for higher demands, and it's known for you that your capabilities are only limited, where you cannot really build up more and more products. So what you will do is like within your customers significantly, what are the different customers you have, you'll ensure that at least those people who are ready to bear with some additional delay, you can give them an additional option, like you may get the material by 1st of May or 1st of June, something as such, where they are still able to accept the requirement because they have been with the in the long run they have been with you since a long time. So in backorder processing, where you can still actually go with this additional prioritization, something as such, in those you may maintain the workflows for getting the additional MADs. So how you will be able to do it if you are having a combination of both this like all these basic methods and BOP, backorder processing, which I will be showing you. However, so there is no like what to say, the hard and thumb rule that only these basic methods has to be used. You can actually use the combination of these all basic methods and again with CTP, or you can also use the combination of all these basic methods with the rule-based ATP. So those all combinations are still available and still possible. Only depending on your business scenario, you will be doing it. Got me?
Yeah. So suppose so